Boys don't ask you out anymore.
I've been single my whole life. I'm 25, and I've never gotten to experience that.
Men saying that they are not looking for a modern woman. They want a traditional woman.
But women like men who don't like them.
Like this huge problem that I've been noticing in the dating world. The good, respectful men, the men with boundaries, will not approach women.
Why are so many men walking away from dating? Not because they can't find a relationship, but because they've decided it simply isn't worth the risk anymore. For decades, surveys showed that men were expected to make the first move, initiate conversations, and pursue relationships. But in recent years, that dynamic has shifted dramatically. Research from organizations like the Pew Research Center has found rising numbers of single adults, declining relationship formation among younger generations, and growing hesitation around dating from both men and women for different reasons. So what changed? Is this just a temporary cultural phase, or has modern dating created incentives that make opting out the most rational choice? Today's videos argue there's a pattern behind this shift, and whether you agree or disagree, the trend itself is becoming harder to ignore.
Like this huge problem that I've been noticing in the dating world. The good, respectful men, the men with boundaries, will not approach women because they're trying to respect their boundaries. And it is true that biologically speaking, women are far more attuned to subtleties, like body language subtleties, than men. So a lot of times, women will actually be giving off clues and cues that they want to be approached, but it's more of like they're trying to give off a vibe or something, and the man has no idea. What ends up happening is that it's the men with no boundaries, or that don't respect boundaries, or the narcissists or the creeps, that end up approaching the woman, and then the women in my life complain that it's only the creeps that approach them, when it's really we women need to be giving off way more intense.
Stop telling me to go meet someone in the wild when I go in the wild and someone will be staring at me the whole entire night and won't come say hi. How many more times is that going to happen? How many more times am I going to be in the bar, playing pool, at the coffee shop, on a walk, and I will be staring down another person who is staring me down, smiling across the table, whatever, and you don't come say hi? Oh my gosh. What am I meant to do, you guys? Am I gonna have, like, we always have to make the first move or something? Because, like, oh my gosh.
Wanted men to back off, stop pursuing, stop initiating, and now they have. Congratulations on getting exactly what was asked for. The dissatisfaction with the outcome is noted, but not particularly surprising.
Broken women are unlovable. They rather run to the internet looking for validation from other broken women. You ladies went on this marketing propaganda, wrote countless articles about how men are so lonely because women have options. But what I find kind of interesting is I see so many videos of women crashing the fuck out because they're not in a relationship. They don't have anybody to hang out with. They don't have nobody to talk to. They're turning 30 and they're so alone. I go into the comment section of married couples, and whenever a woman speaks and say, hey, this is what I do for my man, this is how I express love for my man, I go into the comment section and it's nothing but women in the comment section talking about, you're a pick-me, which I think is so fucking stupid. How you gonna call a married woman a pick-me? Bitch, she's picked already. Then it's videos of women talking about, to my married friends, is it possible that you could send your husband over to my place and he could just do some things and you can come over and we could drink wine? I'm like, why don't you get your own man? Then every time a guy who lets it be known he's married posts something on the internet and he is conventionally attractive, go into the comment section. Can your wife fight? Can your girlfriend fight? It's like, you hoes really did try to push this propaganda that it's men who are desperate for relationship. It's men who are the most loneliest demographic. It's not. Y'all the one who's projecting. Y'all the ones who are extremely lonely. The reason why so many dudes don't want to fuck with you, so many dudes don't want you to be a girlfriend, don't want to wife you up, and that the only thing you're good for is a fucking a dump, because a lot of you do not have a personality and you bring absolutely no value to a relationship.
A man with every conceivable marker of success, wealth, intelligence, fitness, achievement, gets treated as disposable because he doesn't perform status visibly enough. He ran the numbers, concluded the outcome is a guaranteed loss regardless of input, and chose freedom instead. The most qualified man in the room walked away permanently. That's not a dating anecdote. That's an indictment of the entire market.
Hey, I was wondering if I can get your number by any chance.
Nah,
What about you?
you want my number, babe?
Yeah.
I'm the second option.
Well?
That should have been enough of a fucking hint that I didn't want to speak to you. He continues on. He's like, oh my god, me neither. I can tell you're not real. Like, you're beautiful. And I was like, thank you. He's like, can I get your number? I'm like, no, I have a boyfriend. And he was like, oh. And I was like, yeah, I love my boyfriend. And he was like, well, I could be your new boyfriend. And I was like, no, you can't. I love my boyfriend. And I kept going, and he kept fucking going. And I was like, when will you understand that if I'm telling you, first of all, if I tell you I'm not real, if I reject giving you my number, that means that I don't want to fucking speak to you. Why is that so hard to understand? Like, when will it get through their heads? If I reject you once, walk away. It's so simple.
Punish men for approaching, then post about nobody approaching. The cycle is so predictable, it's almost mechanical at this point. The paradox isn't getting better because nobody involved wants to acknowledge their role in creating it.
It has come to my attention that men do not want to approach women anymore. I don't know when this happened, but this is the reality of the situation. And I also realized that nobody wants to be on dating apps anymore. I think this summer is about to be feral girl summer. Like, I feel like we are finally going to connect with one another, and we are finally going to get off the apps, and we are finally going to flirt with one another. However, we have an issue at hand. Men don't want to approach women at bars. So it's like, how do we start conversation? Luckily, one of my favorite gifts in life is asking weird questions to people. So I started taking myself out to bars. I'm going out with girlfriends and I'm trying to make conversation with guys at bars. And I have one question that I have been asking that is working. My favorite question to ask, I ask this on first dates too. I always ask people, if I could give you a private jet right now that could take you anywhere in the world, where would you go? And this brings up so many good conversations. If a guy says Italy, I'm already imagining our honeymoon there. But seriously, use this one next time you're out. And I just feel like this is about to be an amazing summer, and I am so excited for it.
Me Too was necessary for genuine cases, but the collateral damage was every ordinary man deciding that any interaction carries career-ending risk. That calculation didn't come from nowhere. It came from watching what happened to men who got it wrong or simply accused of it.
The video. Here we go.
Why chase 20-year-olds when 40-year-old women already know what they want?
Because most 40-year-old women come with a lot of baggage, and they box be already used and abused. And they might be good looking on the outside, but them insides be having a void.
And if a man tells you he respects your decision when you tell him he's done, he never loved you. He was never your man.
What?
A man that don't fight for his, he's not yours. He don't care. He literally does not care. That gotta be one of the worst feelings, for you to go through something with a man. He put you through a lot, and then you decide to leave, and he's like, yeah, I respect your decision. I wish you the best. What?
What else you supposed to do?
Hold on. Because what? You wasting my time like that for real? And you don't, I promise you they don't care. It don't affect them right there. It does not.
Well, I mean, if you have been with somebody for years and years and years, right, and they dogged you out, why do you care about their feelings when you're leaving? I don't understand that. If you're leaving and you finally fed up because of the treatment that you were getting, why do you care about his feelings? Why do you care about, why would you expect him to have some good feelings behind you leaving if he's been dogging you out the whole time? I don't understand the female logic, you know, and that's crazy coming from a female. It's like, why would you expect You know, it's like expecting a fat person to not like cake. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. You're expecting somebody who, by your own admission, I'm just saying that whatever the case may be, who cheated, who not cheated, but who did you dirty for years, and you finally decided to walk away, and you expected him to have some good to say. What you want him to say? And that doesn't make any sense. The reason you're leaving is because he did you dirty, and you finally got fed up. Now you're leaving. What else would you have to listen to him, hear him say? Why would you even expect him? You want him to say, oh, you know what? I'm so sorry for doing you dirty all them years, and you finally got fed up, and you really leaving. Well, I really would like you to stay. I don't understand. It's like y'all women complain about stuff, and then I don't get that. I don't get that.
Pursuing someone who's already decided she's done doesn't make you romantic. It makes you a legal liability. The era of grand gestures is over. She made her choice. Respecting it and moving on is now the only rational response.
So I've posted a couple videos recently talking about modern women and what their standards are and what modern women are looking for. And I've gotten a lot of comments from men saying that they are not looking for a modern woman. They want a traditional woman, and that there aren't enough of them out there. So that had me thinking, like, well, what is the difference between a modern woman and a traditional woman? I wrote some notes here to distinguish the difference. A modern woman is someone who's independent. She has a full-time career. She prioritizes career and education over family and children. She is strong and wants to be taken seriously. And you'll probably hear her say things like, I don't need no man to support me, and never depend on a man. A traditional woman is someone who focuses on family and children. She cooks and she cleans. She knows how to take care of her man mentally, emotionally, and physically. She's graceful and nurturing, and I'm gonna say it, submissive. So, for all the modern women out there, I hear all the time that they want a traditional man, but it's sounding to me like traditional men don't actually want modern women. And I can't tell you how many times I hear women say they don't cook, they don't clean, but yet they want a man to pay all their bills. So I'm just curious, women, do you consider yourself modern or traditional? And what kind of man are you actually looking for? And for men, what are the qualities that you're looking for in a woman if it's not a modern woman?
The shift from family-oriented to self-oriented thinking didn't happen quietly. It got celebrated as liberation. Men watched it happen and updated their expectations accordingly. Wanting to be a priority in your own relationship isn't a demand. It's the bare minimum. And it's apparently now too much to ask.
I think you're very attractive.
Thank you.
And I wanted to ask you if you're single.
I am single.
You are single?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because I'm just focusing on work right now.
So you wouldn't have time to put a lady in your life?
Not the way I would want to.
What's that way? What's the way you want to?
I would want to be able to make her a priority. I don't think I can do that right now.
So you're not scared of like missing out on the right girl? Let's say you meet me today and you think I'm the right girl, and you're not gonna talk to me because you don't have a lot of time, like, to give me, so you're not gonna talk to me at all?
Well, if you're the right girl, but I treat you wrong because I don't necessarily have the time to devote to you that I wanted to, then I don't think I would do either of us a good service.
That sounds really good. Usually guys are not like that. They kind of lie and they kind of act like, oh no, I have time for you, and then once they get what they want, they just kind of like disappear. But
Yeah,
not that time.
I just wouldn't get involved. I don't think I'd be able to.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
Yeah, okay. You have kids?
Nope.
You want kids?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, that sounds good.
I hate when I see a man that's so fine and then I pass him and he doesn't say anything. Like when people say, oh, girls don't shoot their shot. Yes, they do. If I look at you like this, like say you walking this way and I'm walking like this, and if I look at you like this, that's me shooting my shot. Come say something.
He walked past, and that was the approach, and it got missed entirely. If that level of signal reading is now required to salvage a fumble, most men simply aren't going to bother. The communication gap is a choice, not an accident.
Maybe you're like me and you feel as though you were born in the wrong generation, that the values that you hold for who you are as a person, whether that is male or female, that those things are not embraced or hold much value in today's culture. I'll never quite understand the necessity to express discomfort or dislike for a particular lifestyle or choices that somebody makes. Because if I express my discomfort or dislike for that, I believe it is immature and unnecessary. Because if I don't like the way that they live their life and the choices that they make, why would I even want to bring them on into my life? So emotionally, I'm just going to cut it off and I won't be interested anymore because the way somebody chooses to live their life. That's why I stay single. It's not necessarily always by choice, but good character and a lifestyle at 30 years old that I like and want to be a part of is quite rare. Now, I'm not saying I don't have my own faults here. I had a lot of growing up to do in my early 20s. I was immature. I have tons of flaws and failures that I had to work through and accept about myself, become aware about them, so that when they do arise again, I can make the corrections necessary for the benefit of the relationship I may be in. Those are positive outcomes that contributed into me becoming the man that I am today. Ultimately, I am a firm believer that emotional maturity begins when personal responsibility is accepted. In our culture of entitlement and victimhood, finding a significant other who takes ownership is actually quite rare. Accepting the character flaws and lifestyle which does not contribute to a healthy environment, a healthy family, is quite easy to find. But finding somebody who would be a good wife and a good mother to the children and the family that I would like to build as a man is quite rare. See, I believe that if I chose the wrong partner, that I would be a failure as a man. So I look beyond the physical to identify the spiritual health of a woman, the mental health of a woman, and the emotional maturity of a woman. It would be pure negligence if I didn't. And I refuse to end up with somebody who lives by the standards of our modern culture. Ultimately, I want a woman who wants to serve the Lord with me.
But women like men who don't like them. Women chase men who don't like them. See, this what I just showed you with that woman sitting there going back and forth with this man. See, women like trying to convince men that they should be chosen. See, when you really care about yourself and when you really love yourself, you're not finna sit up here and negotiate with somebody, bargaining, telling them, explaining to them why you think it's just them, that some man wants you. See, this, what they talking about only hurts women who are desperate for their validation. And when you are chasing men who don't like you or want you, you end up with men who display these type of characteristics.
They know. The anger at hearing it out loud isn't because it's wrong. It's because it's right and it's inconvenient. So, why are so many men walking away from dating? If this collection of clips points to one conclusion, it's this: many men no longer see dating as a balanced risk versus reward equation. Whether it's fear of rejection, fear of misinterpretation, changing expectations, or frustration with modern relationship dynamics, an increasing number have concluded that the safest option is simply not to play the game. That doesn't mean every concern raised here is universally true, nor does it mean every woman or every relationship fits this pattern. But if enough people on both sides believe the current system isn't working, that's no longer just an individual problem. It's a cultural one. The real question isn't whether men are walking away. It's whether modern dating can adapt before even more people decide it's not worth entering at all. Thanks for watching MGTOW Voice. Show us your love by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Support us and help spread awareness for men around the world. We welcome a healthy debate and discussion, so feel free to comment and share your thoughts.